Woof. Time for the hard stuff today. Coffee. Coffee. Imagine you on coffee. Today, we are reviewing the Sticky Bone. Product shots. Lie down. Oh, look at that. Perfect boy. So, first thing I need to say is I got given this by a lovely lady, Caroline Wilkinson, about a year ago now. More? Definitely more. And Caroline said, here, have a look at this product, see what you think. And I think I've tried to film this review about 3 times now. Just sniffing in my crotch. I got given this by Caroline from Rough Shop, and I haven't paid for this, and I'm not being paid to review it. She just kind of said, this is a product which I sell from Rough Shop, and give it a review and see what you think. And what I like about Rough Shop is, and I'm going to make sure that I get this right, at Rough Shop, we are committed to only providing positive training tools, enriching toys, and natural treats. We only sell what we'd use with our own dogs. And that, I think, is massively important. And yeah, go and have a look yourself, because there just seems to be things on there which I'm like, ooh, I want to give that a go. Ooh, I want to give that a go. Give that a go. And then I just remember that I shouldn't spend so much on the dogs. Yes, you should, Dad. Oh my God, spend more on me. Specifically on the Sticky Bone. This is made by a company called, I want to say Caitec, and the brand is called Chomp. Right, I'm getting my notes up, so I want to get this right. Caitec say, this stationary chewing and treat dispensing toy is great for dogs. Put your dog's favourite tasty treats inside to keep him/her them busy for hours. Attach to any flat, hard surface, including floors, walls, windows, and inside their crate. Never worry about your dog getting bored again. A bit of a big claim. Hours. The idea being that you've got a hole in the middle here, you've got these holes in the side, and both sides, and you stuff it full of stuff. And I've had many different things in here. Peanut butter, banana, I tried for the sake of it. I just smooshed it up and smooshed it in and stuck it on a weird surface, and it did very well. Aaron enjoyed it. He liked a bit of banana, and so yeah, I don't know if hours is correct. I suppose accumulatively, then you will have hours of occupied time, but I think the best I've got out of this is about 15 minutes with Aaron. So they really do sell it as a toy that is a treat dispenser. And you can take it from place to place and put it on different surfaces and it won't move. And if you've got some good hard surfaces, flat surfaces, then it works really, really well. I think we need to jump to a field trial to explain more, because I'm coming across reserved and there's a reason for that. Okay, field trial. I tried it in the shower, so I could shower my dogs down and keep them busy. And that worked really well. I got a glass part of my shower, stuck it on there. Aaron was nice and busy. I was able to do his backside and everything. He doesn't particularly have any worries about the shower, but he can just dance about a bit. So this just focused his brain, and I loved that. And I did it on the tiles as well, on the wall, so it didn't necessarily have to be a glass panel for it to stick onto, so that was quite nice. I did try it in my kitchen, but my kitchen, and this is the reservation, doesn't really have any flat surfaces that it wants to stick to. As you can see here, I put it onto a cupboard door, and it's a wooden door that's been painted, and it lasted there for a good while. And the design of the rubber is really good, that it will try to stick to most surfaces, but I don't have laminate flooring in my kitchen, so I can't just put it on the ground and stick it to the ground. It has to be to a surface, and then eventually it fell off. And then I also tried the back door of my utility. Once again, wooden painted surface. If I had more opportunities, basically if I had a house designed for it, like my mom's house would be great, God, You've got a glass back door, you've got a flat kitchen floor, you've got a door into the garden where you can stick it on there, and then you've got all the bathroom spaces as well. You know, there would be a lot more opportunity for me to find it rewarding instead of, say, just a Kong that I can give them which might occupy them. So for me, I struggled to find as many situations for it as possible. So, pros. And I think my pros list is longer than my cons list, so that's good. It can maintain your dog's attention whilst you're doing some husbandry. You know, it can occupy their time. And that's really nice because there's times when they might just be dancing around and he's like, can you just focus for a second? I don't have the time to be able to train a static stand whilst I'm doing husbandry. Here you go, just occupy your brain. It's versatile, it can go in many places. Unfortunately not in my house, but I know in many houses it will be able to go in many places. It is designed well. The rubber, where's it gone? The design is really nice. You know, the rubber's really nice. It's got the flexibility that it needs for the pads to stick, and there's plenty of places to squish it in. Yeah, squish it in there. You know, this one in the middle is probably I've utilised it the least, but it's really quite nice because they've got to kind of like chomp a bit at it, especially if you put something in there that throws it, dude? The last pro I'm going to say is its price is good. It's $15 in America and it's $14.79 on the rough shop, pounds, English pounds. And when we often buy these toys, sometimes you can spend up to 30 quid on one toy and you want it to be worth that money. And I think $15 or $14.79 is actually a decent price tag for something that's been designed well. If you have the ability to use it lots, then you will get your money's worth out of it. And you can create a great association with this article that then goes to several locations. This swings me on to my cons. I've been anxious that this might have been touted, and they didn't, and so I should give them their props. They don't tout it as a fix to anxiety around husbandry. I'm just going to stop myself with myself and say, and I waffle on for a while as you can see me now, just getting rid of my jargon and just say, just if you've got problems with, you know, husbandry, whatever, speak to a professional. They know what to do, and yeah, use this as what it's meant for, which is a treat dispensing toy. Also, somebody said if it goes into the dishwasher, then it loses its stickiness. So there's that. Anyway. Other cons, as I've been saying, for me, it doesn't stick everywhere, and that kind of is a bit of a letdown, because I want to use it more, but I just don't keep going get it. But is it the product's fault or my house's fault? Probably a bit of both. It's a con for me because it doesn't stick everywhere. And then the last one is that my boys aren't very hard-mouthed, but we have had some tears in it. There's been a couple occasions where I put it out for Aaron to chew on it whilst I was doing dinner or something like that, and I stopped looking at him and it had popped off, and he just took it next door and started chewing on it. And so we've got these tears that are coming through. Potentially going to be a problem if he continues to mouth on that and then the whole section falls off, then it's going to be a problem. These top nodes need to be, I think, of a harder rubber. You know, you kind of want it to be like a Kong or a Toppler or Topple or another chew toy like that, which is like just bomb-proof for, you know, average hard-mouthed dogs. I know that, well, yeah, if you had a really hard-mouthed dog on this, they would probably just tear through it really, really quickly. You know, the kind of dogs that will go through a black Kong, and they're like, what next? Yeah, no, they would probably destroy this very, very quickly. Which leads me on to my conclusion. And I feel really bad. With this product, I had such high hopes that I kind of started at 5 paws out of 5 paws, and then I went, oh, the tears have happened, and that was in between the first and the second review. And I was like, I've got to knock off half for that. So you're down to 4.5 paws. For me, not sticking to as many places I want it to knocks another one off. What I then realised is I wasn't reaching for it as much as I was other treat dispensing toys. And so it lost some points because it sat in my cupboard for like 6 months at one point, where I just wasn't thinking that's beneficial, I'm gonna go for it. So it's kind of like a comparison there. So it loses half a paw for kind of not being rewarding enough for me to want to use it again. So I ended up with a product that is 3.5 paws out of 5. It's still a good score, it's not a bad product. I want to recommend it for people who have slightly distracted dogs, who have great surfaces in the house and you think I've got a laminate in here, I've got glass in there, I've got these situations where it's going to be great. I come in from a walk, boom, put it in front of my dog on the floor and it sticks really hard whilst I dry him off. Lovely. And especially if you've got a soft-mouthed dog or a licky dog. Licking dogs will absolutely adore this because you just smear it with different things and it can be a real taste sensation for them. A taste sensation. Okay, that's my review. Again, go and have a look at the Rough Shop because they've got plenty of other things out there that we all need to try and see if they're any good for us. If you've liked this review, make sure to share it with somebody else. Tell me what you think of the sticky bone, because I know that there are sticky bone advocates out there who are like, actually, this is great, Nathan, you didn't think about using it in this situation or that situation, or this way of using it, these things, there's stuff in it. So tell me what you think about it as a product. Have you got it? Is it invaluable to you? Otherwise, that's everything from us today. All that's left to say is have a good dog day.